Hello everybody, welcome back.
Back streets back.
Alright! Do you know what? Keep this in. Keep this in, because that is why we're so happy, because of Newcastle United. Look at this badge. Look at that badge. That is why we all love Newcastle United. We're in such a good mood. This is the last word, as Newcastle just beat Arsenal by 2-0.
Newcastle Fans TV.
Yeah, it is the last word. I'm here with Lee, Liam and Harry, as Newcastle have just beaten Arsenal by 2-0. Oh my God, I'm losing my voice. Why did I agree to do this video? But, Lee, I was going to start with the team news, but you know what? I'm going to start with War Flags, because that masterpiece, I called it a masterpiece, that is the best demonstration I have ever seen in a football ground. It didn't matter if you were there or if you watched on television. It was absolutely incredible. 50,000 nearly flags in the ground. Honestly, thank you so much, War Flags, for all that you've done this season. But that was absolutely phenomenal.
I just said off camera to Renty and Keg, who walked past before the Magpie channel again, that's the best display, and it beats the 125 year. I thought the 125 year was special with the black and white flags everywhere, and obviously they had the signs outside the stadium. They had it down by, I think it was the quayside, but that is just blowing it off. And to pull it off, I mean, there must have been gone through the season where they're experimenting with one stand, then two stands, then the opposite of Leazes, and then to have the whole stadium involved. I've said this before, and I'll say it again, I sound like a cliche, but it's one of those nights where you're there.
It was absolutely phenomenal. You won't forget this night in a hurry. Believe me when I say this, it is absolutely fantastic. Harry, before we go actually into the game, do you think the actual occasion was just too much for Arsenal? Because I think if I was an opposition player, I don't think I could have coped with that tonight.
Yeah, I think they're very young. I think they're one of the youngest squads in the Premier League, inexperienced. I think there's a lot of pressure when it's a must-win game for them. They had to win to stay above Spurs. I think it is difficult for them, especially with the injuries in the back line. I think the back line was really got at tonight, which I'm sure we'll come on to. But yeah, I think it was a big occasion. Obviously, 52,000 in that stadium. The mental noise that we came up with throughout the game, especially from the beginning, I think it was a really, really difficult occasion for them, to be fair, yeah.
Liam, let's talk about the game. I've not even talked about the game, probably about 2 or 3 minutes in, but we've not even talked about the match itself. Callum Wilson started up front, and what a difference he makes. He really does make a difference. Chris, we're not even on the bench, which is probably a side note, which we can talk about a little bit later on. But from first minute to last minute, Arsenal had a couple of flashes, but Dubravka's not really able to make a save, and Newcastle in the first half were all over Arsenal like a rash.
Yeah. We dominated, and I thought it was going to be one of them games where we dominate and then they get a lucky goal in the 90th minute. But yeah, from minute dot to the 97th minute, we're fantastic. Obviously, Callum Wilson made a massive difference, because I think that's what we've missed, is someone running behind, and I think he got White booked within the first 5 minutes, I think, and obviously that made a difference to them, because, well, he's a terrible defender anyways, but him on a yellow card's different kettle of fish. So I think just a fantastic. I think everyone was fantastic today.
Just to put in, Gabriel didn't fancy it today.
No, he didn't. I don't know. Look, he looked injured, I have to be honest. I thought he didn't look 100%.
Only thing Gabriel's fixed is his hairline.
Gabriel, where did you get that? Where did you get that sorted? Let me know. Drop us a DM. I don't know why you're laughing. You can drop me a DM as well.
I've just got a stupid mohawk going through my head.
But Lee, I want to single out Callum Wilson in particular, and the reason why I want to single him out, what a difference he makes to this football club when he's playing. I know he's not been fit for a long time, but he absolutely bullied those Arsenal defenders today.
I said it loads of times. I was saying with ESM, he links up better with ESM. Wilson makes so much difference because he spreads, he makes defenders, and you could see the tactic earlier on that was that. And Fabian Schär, credit to him, I know he went off injured, he was playing some beautiful balls as well. But the tactic, even when Lascelles came on, still the same tactic. That curved ball, that over the top ball, because you got Wilson like trying to scramble with Gabriel, and he won his battle. And he not just that, he's obviously a fox in the box, but he scares you because he's got a bit of muscle on him. He's got a bit of pace on him, whereas Chris Wood's totally different, where he wants the ball to chest or feet, and then he'll hold up and bring it in. Callum Wilson makes a massive difference, and that's why I feel we need another striker in, because we cannot rely on his injuries.
Yeah, well, I think that's a different conversation for a different day. but a very valid point nonetheless. Harry, the midfield battle, especially in particular in that first half, I know Maximin had that chance probably. That was probably the best chance where he cuts inside and Ramsdale makes a good save. That was probably the best it got for Newcastle. But that midfield battle early on, you could just tell that Bruno was well up for it. Joelinton was well up for it. I thought you mentioned Sean Longstaff in the match reaction. Give that a watch as well, because it was a really, really good match reaction, me, Harry and Liam. The midfield just absolutely outworked Arsenal today.
Yeah, literally, as you said it. I think Longstaff, as Liam said in the match reaction, probably had his best game in a Newcastle shirt of the season. I think he was superb. He was making really good forward runs, getting into the box, pressing high. They all pressed high, pressed really well, winning the ball back. I thought they were superb today, all three of them, exceptional. Xhaka and El Neni just got bypassed the whole game, and we were brilliant at spreading it out wide. I think Miggy and Maxi had great, calm games. They were very composed on the ball today, and I think that's because the midfield kind of gave them that reinsurance behind them. I think the midfield three, brilliant today. Probably one of our best midfield performances, I would say, of the season. Joelinton and Bruno were fantastic today, and Sean Longstaff commented them, very well.
He really, really did. Second half started, and the goal happened, Liam. Cross from Joelinton after Maximin plays him through on the left-hand side. I thought Callum Wilson got there first. I have to be honest, I've not seen a replay of the first goal, so tell me why Ben White scored a fantastic own goal in the comments. But why was it such a fantastic own goal?
Just because of the passage of play, I think from, like I said earlier, from the minute goal, we were all over them. I don't even think they had much of a sniff, but I think the ball from ESM down to Joelinton and then Joelinton put it in the box was just fantastic. It just shows what a difference Joelinton's there since Eddie Howe's Joelinton's been, and obviously Maximin's played his part as well.
He really has. I'm going to give you the pleasure of talking about why Joelinton's player of the season. Why has he been player of the season, Lee?
Because he's come back and you were his biggest critic.
I'll openly say it, I would have sold him for 10 million.
I was.
In his first season, in his second season.
I was, Liam was, Harry was. I think 95% of Newcastle fans, and I think in tongue-in-cheek, if Kieran Clark didn't get sent off against Norwich, this might not have happened. Because he goes down, obviously he pulls them, I think it was a Phuket originally. We're down to 10 men after 10 minutes, and then Joelinton's put in midfield because of that. And then he's a player reborn. So it's happened by accident, but then Eddie Howe must have worked on him. And I think the relationship that he's got with Bruno Guimarães and the fans, it's rare that we see. It's incredible. And what a turnaround it is. For me, he deserves player of the season over the gradual period of the whole season, 100%.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. I really can't disagree with that. Harry, Saka had a shot which nearly hit Liam in row K. I think Martinelli had a shot which nearly hit another player in row F. Dubravka's not really had to do anything, and then 5 minutes from the end, Newcastle managed to kill the game, and it was a fantastic pass by Sean Longstaff just to dip it over to Callum Wilson. It was brave, and it came out to, of course, it was going to be Bruno. Did you hear that? He turned Arsenal down. You'll never believe it, but he turned Arsenal down for Newcastle United, and he made it 2-0. Game over.
Yeah, fantastic. I think that's his fifth goal of the season when he's not meant to score goals. It's fantastic. It's brilliant. I think he's our second top scorer now after Wilson. Fantastic. You just love to see it, don't you? The scenes today were incredible. It's a brilliant way to finish our home campaign. I loved every minute of that, and yeah, I did think Wilson was offside, to be fair.
So did I.
It was brilliant to see him making those runs again, and that goal you could say it'd be down to him because he's created that opportunity. To be fair, it's fantastic.
He was, and that atmosphere after that goal, phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. The flags are back out waving. Arsenal fans are going home, making that long trip back to North London. It's not a pleasant trip, especially on a Monday night.
Just want to butt in because Ben was messaging me from We Are Tottenham TV during the game. He said, "Come on, Lee, you can do this. Come on and do this." And I cheekily said, "What are you on about? Spurs didn't want to take over and go through. What are you on about?" And then I literally as the goals were going in, I was sending them voice clips of Bruno and Wilson. So yeah, big shout out to We Are Tottenham TV. It's all in your hands, Norwich.
We'll have to wait and see what happens on Sunday. It might be a top 4 battle that you need to keep an eye on if you don't want to watch Newcastle Burnley, but you'd want to watch Newcastle Burnley at Turf Moor because it's going to be a fantastic game and Newcastle are going to win. You've heard it here first. Let's hear from... Go on, Lee.
What was that kid?
I don't know. He just jumped in a forest there. Anyway, I'll tell you what I want to listen to. I want to listen to Eddie Howe because I'll tell you what, I don't think he's ever experienced a night like that in football. Eddie, What did you think of that?
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought it was a brilliant all-round performance from us tonight. We were front foot. We played with the intensity that we want to. We never let up, and I think that's the most pleasing thing. 45 minutes can be, half-time can be a dangerous thing in a game like that, but we were as good, if not better, in the second half. Yeah, it sometimes can be difficult to approach the game in the same way. Sport is a very delicate thing. It's all played in the brain, and we showed that we want to compete in every game, and I think that's the bare minimum that the supporters expect here. But today we approached the game in a brilliant manner. We were professional right to the end, and I thought we did the Premier League proud tonight. Yeah, I think it was the one thing missing from us, that we hadn't beaten, as I said before the game, a top 6 team. And not only did we beat Arsenal tonight, I thought we deservedly beat them. We weren't hanging on. I thought we were the dominant team throughout, and players deserve a huge amount of credit.
And we're back.
How did you get a tour, Eddie? It's like every week.
I'll tell you what, Bruno might be magic. I'm just as magic. Liam, Eddie Howe came in after Steve Bruce, and I know we don't really want to talk about that too much, but he had a hell of a job to try and get Newcastle out of this relegation battle.
The kid's back.
Isn't it not a massive drop there?
I think.
And well, anyway, but anyway, let's go back to what we were trying to talk about. Eddie Howe had a massive job to keep Newcastle up. He's nearly got Newcastle on the verge of a top 10 finish. Incredible.
Yeah, it's incredible. I think when he first came in, obviously he had the same players, so it was going to be a gradual progression. To I think the first few games we didn't get a win under him, and then obviously we started kicking on, and then obviously the new lads came in, and it's made a massive impact. But I think it's not even if we did go down, I think it's the club's turned itself around. It's from top to bottom. It's everything's different. It's just crazy. You would never have seen Mike Ashley going on at half time of the day with the under 9s that have just signed. Then there was Mia Dad that was Nelly in the crowd. Do you know what I mean, with the fans. I think it's just crazy. It's crazy thinking where we were in October, or where me and you were standing outside St James's Park celebrating the takeover. It's just nuts. But Eddie Howe's done a fantastic job.
Lee, does he deserve manager of the season?
Obviously we would be biased, of course we're going to say yes. But if you look at who's the nominees, Brentford's Thomas Frank's a big good shout, because he plays some fantastic football, and they might still finish ahead of her. The big two, obviously, they expect to be there. I don't necessarily...
They've bottled it, to be fair. What were they, 16 points ahead? They've absolutely bottled it. It could be worse than Newcastle if they don't win the title.
Who else was there? There was somebody else.
Patrick Vieira.
Vieira's done a good job. I think Eddie Howe's done a better job. I think the public will go for the big two, and then Eddie Howe will come third. I think that's what the public will go with.
On the vote, I think it was this morning or yesterday, Eddie Howe was second behind Klopp.
Come on, right. Put the link in the description.
It closes the night. It closes the night. Or did it close at 6?
Yeah, I think so.
Don't put the link in the description. But if you take your Newcastle hat off, you don't have to take your hat off, don't worry.
Not my Soho one.
You don't have to take that one off. But do you think he nicks it or not?
For obviously our journey, they might say an X Factor. We've come on a journey. We have from where we used to come and do the videos and think, oh, fucking hell, Steve Bruce every single time, home away. And obviously we take the piss out of Sam outside of the wall. Let's play that clip.
Well, I've got to take the fucking positives, haven't I?
So that was the clip I was on about.
It's a fantastic clip. You can see my face kind of going, and then laughing at it.
That's why I put it in there. From that moment, we just thought, nah. And then even I thought the Cambridge defeats. I mean, you did that video. It was like, nah, we're going doing here. What a turnaround. For me, obviously, I would say that. But I think the public will probably go for one of the big two, which is a shame, because they've got money, they've got the best players. Look what Eddie Howe's done. And if the league started, we would be in the top 4, we'd be in the Champions League place. When Eddie Howe got the signings in January, and I think, I might be wrong on this, we would be 6th or 7th overall when Eddie Howe took over.
Incredible. Harry, Burnley on the final day. It doesn't matter, again, win, draw or lose, but it would be nice to end in a win. I know there'll be people with the conspiracy theories saying, oh, well, if we lose, Everton might go down, or if we lose, the Leeds might go down. But you know what? Because of how good that was today, I actually hope Newcastle absolutely batter Burnley, because it just shows how good we are. It really does. I know Burnley aren't great, but we can end on 49 points. I can't remember last time Newcastle nearly got 50 points. It's been 43 points.
Just to point out, Harry, Johnny used to live in Burnley.
I used to live in Burnley, but I was made You're thinking the Royal Navy, but I'm going to say Newcastle. But Harry, it'd be nice to end with a win, wouldn't it?
Of course it would, yeah. That's, as you were saying there, battering Burnley is what everyone wants to do. We play for the badge, not for whoever's getting relegated. It's all about Newcastle United. It's not about Burnley, Leeds or Everton. We're playing for the badge. So I'd love to see us batter Burnley, as I'm sure we all would. Forget about Leeds and Everton and Burnley. Yeah, I'd love to see us batter them, and it'd be a brilliant way to finish the season and round it off, and then on to next season. I cannot wait, to be honest.
Yeah, I can't wait either. It'll be absolutely phenomenal. So if you're one of the lucky fans that's going down to Turf Moor, get to the Cricket Club, have a few beers, okay?
It's an awful social club.
No, the Cricket Club, not the social club. Go to the Cricket Club, have a few drinks, okay? And then go to Turf Moor, watch Newcastle win, and come back and say how good Bruno Guimarães was, because he is unbelievable. It's been a fantastic season. It's been an absolute pleasure being a part of this channel as Liam decides he's had enough.
Because the typical cars. But I think we may have to.
No, do you know what? I'm going to stay here with Lee. We're going to move a bit closer to the camera so we don't get run over. But I just want to say it's been an absolute. Come on, mate, go on. You don't get to see this, do you?
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes. All I was going to say, it's been an absolute pleasure presenting on Newcastle United. We've seen them win, we've seen them draw, we've seen them lose.
Oh, sounds like you're saying goodbye. Where you going?
No, I'm not going anywhere. But all I'm saying is that thank you very much for liking all the videos. Thank you very much for subscribing to Newcastle Fans TV. We'll be here next season doing exactly the same thing. And if it's even better than it was towards the back end of the season, we'll count ourselves incredibly lucky to be Newcastle United fans. It's been a pleasure. We're at St James's Park. It's finished Newcastle United 2, Arsenal 0. Liam's back and shot, even better.
Ta-ra.
Ta-ra.
Need dressing gown?
Need dressing ground. We'll see you all very soon. We'll see you in August.
See you, Burnley.